everyone, and welcome to The Daily Dish. I'm your host, Cathy, Rankin, and we have a real treat today. I'm here with Randall Christensen, and you would know him because he's the designer who did all the costuming for Dancing with the Stars for 11 seasons. And Randall, I have to say, my favorite part of the show was by far the costumes. I thought that's what made everything pop. So I want to find out more about you. You started with your own design firm, Randall Designs, but you have a new project coming out, and I want to know what your philosophy is as a designer when designing for women.
Well, having started out as a dancer myself and being a self-taught designer, learning with some very patient students and professional partners, the thing that I learned early on was address that woman's concerns. Whether you think it's a concern or not, address a concern. She will perform better, she will feel better about herself, she'll stand 2 inches taller, and will create the magic that you want on the dance floor.
So what were the main concerns that you found most women had?
Those 3 measurements: the bust, waist, and hips.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't say that, but you're so right. And of course, it's swimsuit season now, so that's on all of our minds. So what do you do in your designs to address those concerns? What's kind of your niche for your costumes?
I learned a lot through trial and error, but the one thing that I learned, just like applying it to dancing, where you start with your feet, a good foundation, and work your way up, with clothing and swimwear is a good foundation and working your way out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And so what do you think constitutes a good foundation in a design?
For me, making sure that the undergarment or the substructure, even in a swimsuit, does all the work, so the outer garment is just window dressing. And I've had the comment that a lot of my dancers have said that women who own swimsuits that we're going to be talking about say the same thing. When you put one on, you feel the difference. If you feel all toned and everything is anchored and pushed up and tucked in the way it should be, you're going to feel like presenting yourself to the public.
Right, and you know when something's ill-fitting, you feel very self-conscious and you're pulling and tugging and
Exactly.
things can go in the wrong places. Now, I'm really interested about you, a little bit more about, I mean, you're completely self-taught, which I find fascinating because it seems like what you're designing, those are such intricate designs. I mean, you've got a lot of sophisticated things. You work with beading and, you know, very elaborate materials. How did you teach yourself all that?
The wonderful thing that I learned after taking lessons years later, taking classes, was most of the things you learn in college just get you the job, and then you create your own rules anyway. So I just started ahead of that and just jumped right into creating my own rules and realizing from draping on a woman's body what actually created magic when I ruched it here or tucked it there or stretched it there or turned that diagonal stripe. And through trial and error mainly.
Wow, and so Dancing with the Stars, you've wrapped that up and you're now moving on to your own new project. You want to tell us a little bit about that, and then we're going to talk in some future episodes also about the specific designs you're creating right now.
I teamed up with Miracle Suit when we were doing another project with the Wilhelmina model search, the 40+ model search. And it turns out that their philosophy was very much the same philosophy as mine, building a good foundation and working outwards. When I was in New York working with them on swimsuits, it was just a serendipitous moment where we just realized we've got to do something together. You like making women feel beautiful about themselves. I like making curvy women feel beautiful about themselves. Let's team up and do something.
Well, it's a great philosophy, and I'm excited to see what you've got in store for us. And we're going to be sharing that with you guys as well. So we'll see you again on the next episode of The Daily Dish.
I can't wait.